Mrs. Denslow here with Mr. Denslow. Again, we are going to make French toast today. All right, so to get started, I have a pie pan. This is actually the easiest thing to scramble the eggs in and get it onto the bread. So we're going to use that. The general rule is for each person you're making French toast for, crack one egg. So the best way to crack an egg is flat on the table and then right into the bowl. Perfect. Want to wash your hands while I scramble them? Okay, so I'm going to use a fork and just scramble those eggs up until you don't see any distinct colors, until it all blends together. Whoops, I didn't do that. Okay, great. So now we're just going to add a splash of milk to that. Don't worry about measuring it. Just add a little bit of milk. Perfect. Okay, and then you can mix that all in. Okay, while Mr. Denslow is doing that, I'm going to get the griddle ready. It's on about 225 right now. You can definitely do this in a frying pan at home. I had set it the burner to medium low. All right, so we need to make sure that it doesn't stick to the griddle. So we're going to put a little bit of butter down. I got this. And we're just going to put it down where we're going to put this. We're making 2 French toast right now, so I'm going to make sure that it's big enough to fit 2 French toast on. All right, perfect. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your bread and you're going to dunk it into your mixture. Use your fork to flip it over. Great. And then put it right onto the grill. Okay, we're going to do that with both of them. Okay, now some people... Some people put their cinnamon right into the bowl of egg. If you do that, then the first few toasts get all the cinnamon and the other toasts don't get as much cinnamon. So we're gonna shake it right onto the French toast that's on the grill. So I'm really carefully going to shake this on, not too much, but enough so you can taste it, onto here. All right. And we have to wait about 2 minutes per side for this to be done. So French toast are best with maple syrup if you have it. So we have some maple syrup that I made with my dad in Connecticut. We made some maple syrup at Great Brook this year, so that was fantastic. Mr. Denslow has a different opinion about syrups.
I like the sugary store-bought kind. I know that's a sin to live in New Hampshire. But speaking of good things, it's Mother's Day, and you'll notice I'm wearing my Seneca Falls Convention Women's Rights t-shirt today. Seneca Falls, New York, first women's rights convention in 1848. So, and I probably shouldn't flip the toast with that fork, right?
No,
it's got raw egg.
It's raw egg.
I'll use this.
That's great, good idea.
I knew that.
Okay.
All right, how long do I have to wait before I flip them?
Oh, about 2 minutes on each side.
So not yet.
Until they look pretty browned. So we can check and see how these are coming. It's probably a little bit too early. Yep, a little bit too early. So we're gonna need another minute.
Does it matter how thick the toast is?
It doesn't matter how thick the toast is. You just have to make sure that it's brown on both sides. Besides, this is just wheat bread. You can also, of course, use white bread. You can use sourdough bread, which is excellent, and also cinnamon raisin bread. The other thing that you can use, if you have Italian bread left over, if you have like an Italian dinner the night before and you have bread left over, that's great to use in French toast the next day.
Now I noticed we didn't really soak the bread. We just sort of coated each side.
Yeah, if you let it soak for too long, then it gets soggy and falls apart. So you just want to leave it in there enough so that it gets coated with the egg mixture, but not like saturated with the egg mixture.
You probably want a new plate since that one's got some egg on it.
Yeah, we'll have to. Plus, we kind of made a mess around the table because we were kind of rushing.
You did it. I didn't do it. Oh.
Okay, so let's see how this is coming. Okay, so this is maybe a little bit too lightly browned, but I'm going to show you. So you're going to flip it over by putting the spatula all the way under and then just flip it over with one nice flip. So you want it a little bit more browned than that, basically, and then it will be done. So for time purposes, I'm going to actually just flip it back over and give it another minute, but until it's nice and golden brown on both sides. And then put on some maple syrup or some cheap store-bought syrup that doesn't taste as good, and enjoy. Thank you, Mr. Denslow,
You're welcome.
for helping make another video, and to cameraman Michael.